another episode of Attack Line. My name is Chad and I'm joined here by Diz.
How you going? I'm Dizzy. I play for USC Line Volleyball Club and I'm in charge of the South Australian Beach Volleyball Series down at Glenelg. This show is going to be about everything volleyball in South Australia. We feel it's time to have a bit of a YouTube presence, a bit of previews and reviews of games coming up and games that have gone.
That's it, Dizzy. It's time to get rid of this for this. Nailed it. Seamless.
So what are we going to do? I'm going to start chatting about the beach series, bit of a review.
Yeah, what better man to speak about that than you?
Other than Wombat. Pretty much, we've had record numbers this season. We've had some events with up to 60 or 70 teams down at Glenelg. We've had big crowds, music supplied by Soundpond.
Yeah, Soundpond's been really good. The events that I played, they were sensational.
We've had a lot of new sponsors, Watermark, Glenelg, Tim's Real Estate, Telstra. It'd be good to try and get some of these sponsors coming into the indoor scene this year, so hopefully we can keep them happy during the winter. We've had a lot of junior players come through, so big under-17 division this year, so we're hoping that they're going to come through, play for some clubs, hopefully USC Line.
South's pretty good. Pick one of those two and you'll be set.
Yeah, so the SA Open was a pretty big success this year on the back of the Renault National Beach Volleyball Series.
Yeah, that was a great spectacle down at Glenelg, wasn't it? There was some good international players out there and some
both Soderberg and De Hoy on their way to the Olympic Games this year, hopefully.
Adopted Aussies.
Yeah, exactly. They do stay here quite a bit. We had SA Open winners, Chris McHugh, Josh Slack in the men and Bakara Palmer and Lou Borden in the women. Do you want to talk a bit about Warrnambool?
Yeah, well, Warrnambool Seaside Tournament. It's an annual tournament held in regional Victoria. I know South Adelaide, we sent 3 teams over. That's 2 men's sides and a female division, and USC Line also sent over a men's side. And it's a great pre-season tournament. Play a lot of competition. It's his first time. A lot of competitive volleyball against Victorian clubs. There's some from Tassie, from Queensland as well. There's the Australian junior teams as well, and it's just it's a great pre-season tournament. Get touches, bondage teaming. What?
Weren't that flash?
What?
We did.
Yeah, you did beat them.
Not the grand final though. We beat the. Yes, it was Jimmy Dowley.
Jimmy Dowley. I've never seen a man get that many cue blocks in a set. I think I recorded. I was sitting and watching, and I think Jimmy got about 6 or 7 that set.
Far out. That is pretty impressive. But we knocked them off during the pool play, and then ran out of legs in the grand final. Ended up coming second. I think South came after second, a bit further down.
I think it was 5th, from memory, out of a division of about 12. So it's good competitive leagues, but yeah, it's good. Next year, Seaside Tournament, Warrnambool, great fun.
It was up. Magic Pocket.
This week we're going to start previewing the State League year. We're going to look at all the teams in State League, where we think we're going to finish, and who's going where, and what's happening in the world of State League. So we'll start off with the women, Diz. Who have we got first?
First up we've got Austral. My prediction is probably mid-table, I think, after this season. They have recruited Amy Smith. She's joined her girlfriend/brother over at Austral and will unfortunately be wearing purple for the next 15 weeks.
No good.
Gay. Bonnie Poulter has returned after 2 seasons off. I'm not sure who that is.
We've just heard this on the grapevine. Sorry, Bonnie, if you're watching. I'm sure we'll introduce ourselves to you.
She must be pretty good if she's playing league. So we'll see what happens there. Outs, we're not sure of any outs at Austral as of yet. On to the next team, Henley. There's been some issues at Henley. They've struggled for a league team, so They've had no ins, as far as I know. They've had a lot of outs.
Yeah, it's all speculation at the moment.
All speculation, but I predict them to be bottom at the moment. Bottom 2.
I think with it being this competitive, it's a very competitive year, as you'll see further on as we go further through the teams. It's going to be a very competitive year, and I think they might have a tough year.
Yeah, I'm a bit biased, but USC Lion, I think they're going to finish top 2. They've recruited Cara Meyer. She's made a trip of a lifetime from Mildura to the Lions Den and slotted straight into the league women's side. This has come at an opportune time with Luca Van Coorderen taking on a coaching role this year.
That'll be good. The experience
from Belgium,
young girls.
She's going to have a lot of tips for the young girls. So on to the next one, Mount Lofty. I predict them being top 2. I mean, Lion and Lofty,
good
always
side,
a strong
Lofty,
presence in AVL. So they've picked up Bonnie McKenzie. She's left Austral for a free season at Mount Lofty.
Bit of controversy there.
Bit of controversy. We'll chat about that later. And Hannah Ross is a bit of an omission this year, so she's
a big out actually.
Furthering her volleyball career overseas.
Yep, and all the best for overseas as well.
Norwood, I predict them being mid-table.
Yep.
They've recruited the 2 pretty sisters, Thayer and Sammy. They've moved from Henley to Norwood Bears.
Yep.
As far as I know, there are no outs, so I think they'd be a mid-table competitive side.
Yeah, they're always there or thereabouts.
South Adelaide, mid-table, I reckon. As far as I know, no ins.
Yeah, regardless of the side, South's always there or thereabouts as well. So there's a lot of speculation. We can't confirm anything. We don't want to give anybody a bum steer, so we'll just stay clear of that. But there's also a section we like to call the Rumour Mill, and I mean, this is just speculation that we're hearing, and a little bit of here, a little bit of there. But what is it? What have we got?
The Rumour Mill. Well, Rumour Mill says Alice Lynch is moving to Henley. So from Austral to Henley, and Hannah Ross is actually making a return to Mount Lofty.
Contradicting ourselves a bit there, but that's why it is the Rumour Mill.
Anyway, on to the league men. We're going to go in alphabetical order again.
Yeah.
Austral, I'm going to predict them to be bottom. They are used to that position.
That's rough. They had a good season last year, coming off the back of 2010. They impressed me, the games that I watched. They got a very big in though. Simon Phillips is coming back. He's
Simon 3/4 pants.
That's rough. That's harsh. But yeah, he's going to be a massive in for them. He's gonna win balls. He's got a great serve on him. But Matt Bucket's Hearts has retired, so that's going to leave a hole in the middle. But we're not sure he's going to fill that. Could be Simon. We've heard. Who else we heard?
It's not George Sainsbury. I'll tell you that much.
Dave Carey is a rumour that we've heard is going to slot into the middle position there, but who knows? Who knows? So
anyway, I predict them bottom 2, but they might surprise everyone. Fraser Smith might get a haircut as well in the time being.
Should get a haircut.
Henley, they are going to be.
This is where it's been out of the off-season. Tell us a bit more about
Henley. They are going to be top 2 this season, maybe even top. They have got Matt Jones back, so he used to be Adam Maskell's beach partner. He's a solid player, probably going to play passer hitter, maybe can play middle. Play a bit of everything now.
I don't know him that well, so I'm sure he can do anything.
Good. He's going to come back with another big name in the volleyball world, Travis Moran,
of course,
Olympian.
Yeah, 2000 Sydney Olympics.
2000 Sydney Olympics.
2000 Sydney Olympics, mate.
Nice.
Yeah, good.
Anyway,
and
George Sainsbury is the other in from Austral, moving to Henley as a middle.
He'll bolster their middle stocks, and he'll be a solid contributor. We think. Now, I'm not going to let you do this one. Next team we've got is USC Lion. Now, they've lost Brad Keller, their setter. He's moved over to Perth, or what's he doing? Studying over there?
Dream team. Being a doctor.
Yeah, dream team, something like that. So they've lost your setter, but you've bumped up 2 players, actually. You've bumped up 1. Geordie Davis, who's in the under-19 state team from reserves. He's a good young player, actually. And another one I saw here is JP South. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Tell us a bit more about JP.
Well, Jean-Philippe, or JP as he's affectionately known, played Pro B in France. So we've got him off the beach series. I met him there when he beat me. And yeah, he's a solid setter, great defender, great bloke. He's going to be handy to have around the club. We're just going to make sure he doesn't get deported back to France, because that would
sub him off. Sorry, immigration's here.
Anyway, Keller, I don't know what he's going to do this year. He's not very good at Dream Team over in Perth.
Had the draft last night and he struggled. All the best to you, mate, but
average team at best. Lofty, I'm predicting them at first this year, actually. Top 2 at least.
With that, definitely.
They've got Sasha Bounce Everything early back with Josh Lowry, similar surnames. Josh Lowry's actually had a year off, gotten fit, I presume, I hope. And he's going to be playing middle with Sasha and that would be a handy duo to have.
Obviously, Josh, handy setter as well, but
now we don't know what's happened to Hunters. He went overseas and didn't say goodbye. But
rude.
I think he's coming back.
Okay.
I think he's coming back, but at the moment we've put him down as an out. We're going to bring that up in the Rumour Mill though.
Yeah, the Rumour Mill. Wait for it, guys. There's a shock in the Rumour Mill on the men's side.
There is. Norwood, as usual, strong outfit.
Last year's premiers. I see them finishing top 2, if not first. I think it's going to be between them and Lofty up the top there. Obviously a massive out, Harry Peacock, setting for Australia now, playing overseas in Sweden, I think it is, or Denmark, some Norse country. But yeah, he's going to be a massive out for them. Obviously, he only played half the season last year, but he's an absolute star player. And also Sam Halliday, Nick Anstey, we've heard, walking outside of the indoors and just focusing on beach volleyball. So we wish them all the best with that as well.
Now, South Adelaide, I think they're going to finish mid-table.
Yeah, as I said, all South teams, no matter who they put on the court, they're always there or thereabouts. They're a very competitive mob. And I think if this could be with the dark horses this year, without trying to pump up my own tyres, but I think we're looking good. I've seen the boys at training and they're looking mighty impressive.
It's a big call. Yeah. They've got Conan back from Queensland.
Now,
did used to play for South, went to Queensland, come back, missed everyone.
Came back better actually. I saw a few videos of him on YouTube playing for Brisbane Volleyball Club or whoever he played for, and he's not paintbrushing anymore. He's getting on top of the balls and putting them away.
Must mean he's jumping.
A guy that old as well, with the smallest hands ever. If he's putting balls away, there's something to be worried about in the middle.
They've also got a good setter come back. Chris Gosling finished his urban planning direction in life, focusing on volleyball.
From country South Australia, and he's jumped straight into setting
just let him know they've changed the carry rule, so he might be in a bit of strife.
That's rough. Nah, his hands are absolute. You can eat off him. I will eat off him.
And Elliot King, line defectee, has joined Daniel Dempsey 2.5 over on the South League bench, so we wish him all the best. DY, he's retired now.
Yeah, if we do, I'll just go back a moment. With Elliot coming into the side, I mean that's a lot of competition for spots, which is something South hasn't had in a pass hitting sense. We haven't had the biggest depth of late, so having Elliot, Dempsey, people like Luke Bonza, obviously Maxi, it's going to be great having them pass hitting. So sorry, and we've got it at the outs. So who did you say?
DY.
DY, yeah, DY's been a solid contributor for such a long time. I haven't actually seen him, so I'm just assuming that he's pulled up stumps, and yeah, he's been a great player for such a long time. And
Jack Fleming, MVP from last year.
Jumping Jack Fleming. Rumour is he's gone over to Canada or Mexico or Cuba or somewhere like that. But he's a massive out. Won the MVP last year, but I mean, I'm viewing it in sort of two different ways. It's bad because he wins points, puts balls away. He's very dynamic. He's your go-to guy, but at the same time, it gives players like Elliot King, Dempsey, Luke Bonza, that sort of stuff, to those sorts of types to come in, apply their trade in league, and we won't be so one-dimensional. I think, but yeah, we'll see how we go.
Now, I'm pretty excited about this Rumour Mill.
This is a big one, guys.
I mean, there's a few rumours floating around in indoor volleyball for the men's side at least.
Turbo Tim Slade.
After his success on the V8 circuit, he has decided to come back to volleyball in a setting role for USC Lion.
Just a rumour.
This adds to our already potent arsenal of setters.
Just a rumour, but
it's going to be a great year.
That's good. He's very quick reactions, quick off the line. And yeah, he's all-round good bloke.
This section we're going to be talking about volleyball issues that have come up in the last couple of months in regards to indoor, beach, everything volleyball. So the first issue I'd like to talk about is the Facebook banter going around about indoor clubs poaching players from one another.
This was a big one. This all came to a head. Was it last week or the week before? A various player from SA State League community put up a quite controversial status, and everybody, every man and their dog went to town on this one. So what do you think about this, Diz?
Well, I think if a club has a sponsor or has ample money behind them, then they should be able to pay their better players to keep them at the club. I don't like the idea of a player paying their fees and then knowing that those fees are going to someone else next to them on court. So I'm in two minds about it. At the moment, I think if the club has money, then they should go for it. If not, it should be an even playing field until we get some sponsors, which is why Chad and I are starting this weekly YouTube preview and review of everything that is State League in South Australia. By the end of the year, we should have a pretty good portfolio. It's pretty good first episode, I'll tell you that much.
Even better portfolio.
Not bad. What's your opinion?
Oh, I agree. I think you hit the nail on the head there. If there's players that you pay your fees and your fees are going straight in the pocket of the person standing next to you in court, nobody wants that. But in the same sort of sentence, that there's your gun players in State League, obviously players like Brad Tutton, I think Clusie as well. These types of players, they have the talent and they should be rewarded for that, whether it be financially, a free season, what have you. I mean, we are a State League sport. We are representing a district within South Australia, and I think if we have this, we're going to attract better players into our league.
Well said. What we're going to do now is just talk about the segments that we're going to introduce later in the year. So the first one we're going to introduce is obviously the reviews every week. So this is a preview. There's been no games yet. We're going to have a review of all the league teams.
Yep, we would love to do the Division 1 teams and the reserve sides as well, but frankly it's too many results, it's too many names to keep hold of, but we will be looking at the table and looking at everybody's progress throughout the season.
We're going to have the player of the week picked by us,
yep.
Men and women. We're also going to have the chopping block, so the person that we don't think is quite pulling their weight
Wombat!
The team. Probably going to be him every week,
Wombat.
Unfortunately. Yeah, Wombat.
Sorry, Wombat.
Sorry. Anyway, we're going to have a coach's corner, so this is going to be half funny, half serious. We're going to have some tips and some drills. I think you're going to teach how to play middle.
Yep.
I'm going to show people how to pass and serve on match point.
Just on that, Diz and I went away to the Gold Coast for uni games, and we actually pulled a rotation out of a hat, which saw the man to my left here, left, he liberated for a game, and I played middle.
And we won.
And we won that game.
So I'm pretty sure that's
Don't
self-explanatory. So
don't knock it.
Anyway, we're going to make our own club.
Yeah.
We're going to have some player interviews. So we got a lot of talent in South Australia at the AIS, or there's a lot
Sassy.
of Sassy. That's the other one. There's a lot of ex-Olympians, potentially current Olympians. We're going to get them, have a bit of an interview.
Yeah, there's a lot of characters out there, and just to sort of give you a bit more knowledge of the characters out there.
And we're going to have a segment. Oh, this is your
I
favourite
like it.
segment.
I like this
we
one.
did get it off another TV show that they got it off us.
Yeah, we have a better name though.
It's good.
It's called the Meterball. What we're going to do is just going to fire questions at a certain individual within State League, so just to get to know them better. We'd like, just for example, that I'll interview Dizzy for 60 seconds, what colour are your underpants, what's your favourite colour, stuff
Red,
like that.
Blue. Bam. Just
Good.
like that. 60
Easy.
seconds, you
Done.
know everything about it.
Done.
We're also going to have the final section of each episode. We're going to have Ben Lever's YouTube links of the week. This is just going to be a quick link to a video to finish off the show, and that is an awesome segue to the link.
Yeah,
See you next time
there's some
on
good
Attack
ones.
Line.
Yeah. See you guys, Attack Line.
That's a good end.
Yeah.
See you next time on Attack Line.
Yeah, it's good. Nice. Attack Line. Yeah,
I think we nailed it.
I think we did know that one.
Yeah.